Hey man, what it is, this is Dean and I am your host, and this is By Any Means. There go to PayPal at Dean by any means. There go to Cash App, $ Dean by any means. Y'all know what I'm about to say. I don't care if you leave $3, $30, $300. It's much, much, much appreciated. Canelo Alvarez won clearly, but he lost as a whole. Let's talk about it, y'all. Canelo beat Jaime Munguia by unanimous decision, and it wasn't even close. He dropped Jaime Munguia. I believe that was the third round. He dropped Jaime Munguia, third or fourth round. I can't really remember, but Canelo pretty much dominated the whole fight. I'll give Jaime Munguia maybe 2 rounds. That's me personally, but um, Canelo showed that he's still sharp, that he's still fast, that he's still one of the best counter punchers in the game. Um, and then Jaime Munguia kept trying to Jaime Munguia inside game, it was just trash. Like he didn't use his jab like at all. Like how you want to be an inside fighter, but you ball up every time he hits you to the body. And then that's when he was Canelo was going to the body and then going up to the head. And I told y'all he was going to do that. I told y'all he was going to break Jaime Munguia down like that. He was going to go to the body, then go to the head. His IQ, his punch placement, and then you could tell that Canelo clearly has better punch placement as far as the crisp and accurate punching ability. It wasn't even close. Now Jaime Munguia, shout out to him. He a warrior. He ain't quit. He was 10 toes down. He did everything I thought he was going to do in this fight. This fight actually went exactly kind of like my prediction said it would go. But that's not even my big problem. Shout out to Canelo Alvarez for defending his titles once again, still undisputed, still the guy at 168, still a face of boxing because that crowd, it was packed out there. They just love Canelo, y'all. They love Canelo. Like you could love hating, whatever. I keep telling y'all this all the time, but you got to deal with reality, and the reality is he's the face of boxing. Him and Gervonta Davis, and if you haven't seen that from this past weekend, I don't really know what else to tell you. Um, my biggest thing is Canelo. I love what David Benavidez said at his press conference with Gervonta Davis as far as when it comes to Canelo Alvarez, because Canelo Alvarez is clearly ducking him, and he's not going to wait around to make a legacy. He's already gaining legacy from the fact that most of us believe that Canelo is ducking him. So we don't hold David Benavidez to no fault due to that because we know why we put it like this. Canelo and David Benavidez ain't fighting, and it ain't one person that'll say it's because of David Benavidez. Like you would have to be a super, super diehard Canelo fan to even try to argue that, but I don't really see how you can argue that. The same thing that I keep telling y'all Shakur Stevenson needs to do, but don't nobody want to listen to me because they claim that they Shakur Stevenson fans, but I'm actually a Shakur Stevenson fan because I actually want him to get his biggest bags and get away from Jay Prince and Bob Arum and actually become a superstar and actually be a little more active and actually go get the fights that will make him a superstar, So especially if Frank Martin comes out to fight Gervonta Davis, even if Frank Martin gets knocked out. But if it's a good fight, if he putting the pressure on and he looked good, but he just lost because it's Tank, De Los Santos too, Frank Martin, Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and you could get Williams Zepeda because he with Golden Boy and to go on any promotional company. There's no reason why you shouldn't, unless you want to get Prince Ashik involved. And then power to the people. I ain't mad. Let somebody else put the bag up for both people. I ain't mad at it, but you got to make it happen, like David Benavidez is doing. And I just clearly saw enough. Canelo still looked good from his Jermell Charlo fight and all that. He still looked good. Don't get it twisted. But he can't beat David Benavidez under any circumstances. There's nothing that Canelo could do with that side. Like he's too small for David Benavidez, and I think Canelo knows that. I think Canelo knows that. Put it like this: the stuff Jaime Munguia was trying to do, if that was David Benavidez, Canelo would have been broke down. He would have not been. He's not a better inside fighter than David Benavidez. David Benavidez would have used that jab. Jaime Munguia did not use his jab whatsoever. He could have won this fight if he would have done it behind the jab. If you're going to beat Canelo, you got to beat Canelo behind the jab. You're not going to beat Canelo at his fight because you don't have the talent he has. And talent matters, y'all. Talent matters. Canelo may not have all the skills, but the skills that Canelo does possess, he's really good at it. Like really, really good at it. And that's what makes him Canelo. He don't got the best footwork and all that, but the things that him breaking you down, he is very good at. His ring generalship, he is very good at. His punch placement, he is very good at. His head movement, he's very good at. His defense is pretty good. Now, I ain't gonna say the best, but it's good. It's better than most. It's better than most. And Canelo's chin is he probably got the best chin in boxing. Period. He probably got the best chin in boxing. So, but what I saw is, and what I've broken down from watching, David Benavidez is too big, too long, no diddy. Um, he's stronger. I just believe like Canelo won't be able to lay on him and push him back. How when him and Munguia was getting intertwined, and you seen Canelo pushing him off, he won't be able to do that with David Benavidez. He just won't be able to do that. If he tries to box the way, if he does anything similar to what he did last night, he'll get knocked out. He'll get knocked out. David Benavidez is too athletic. David Benavidez is too young. David Benavidez is too relentless. And David Benavidez's gas tank is better. So when it does get hot and heavy, and we see both of them light-skinned guys turning red, well, one of them is a little bit, I believe in going the distance a little bit better than the other. And David, neither one of their power lacks even in the later rounds. But I believe David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez got similar footwork. I believe they both got really good ring generalship. That's about equal to me. I'll give Canelo a little bit of the edge as far as counter punching and punch placement, but the size matters, man. Size matters, and relentlessness matters, and activity matters. See, that's where David Benavidez is going to get him, because all the things that we wanted to see Jaime Munguia do, he tried to do, but he just didn't do it behind the jab. David Benavidez is going to do all of that and some, but he's going to also lead behind the jab. And if Boo Boo Andrade couldn't get out the way, you're not going to convince me that Canelo can, who's not a half as athletic as Boo Boo is. Not half. So it's just getting y'all something to think about, man. And if you've seen David Benavidez up there with Gervonta Davis, him and Gervonta look in amazing shape. So did Canelo at 34 years old, 33 years old. I forget how old Canelo is, but I know me and Canelo not that far apart in age. He still got it, y'all. That's the thing about Canelo. It's just two fighters in that division that I know he's going to. David Morrell, he absolutely can't beat. That's the saddest part of all of it. David Morrell, you were talking about ducking David Benavidez. He definitely better duck David Morrell, because there's no way. There's literally nothing he could do with David Morrell. I don't think it's nothing that Canelo does better than David Morrell. Like, I don't think it's nothing he does better than David Morrell. The same way, put you on the mindset of how I feel about Boots and Earl Spence if they fight. And y'all know Earl, my guy, but Earl does nothing better than Jerron Ennis. Maybe having better ring generalship, maybe. Yeah, but that's about it. And it's why he need to stay away from Jerron Ennis, because it might be even worse than Bud Crawford, if you feel what I'm saying. That's how I feel about David Benavidez. I mean, David Morrell. I don't think that David Benavidez can beat David Morrell. I think David Benavidez has a very good chance to do it, but I don't think he can do it. I know for a fact Canelo Alvarez can't beat David Morrell. You can't beat a fighter that possesses everything you possess, but more. He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster, he's younger, he's way more agile. Now, his footwork is better than both of them other men. And it's not even close. His speed is unmatched compared to both of y'all. His strength, he's every bit as strong as y'all is. Actually, if you look on the history of them fighting, David Morrell, I could say it's stronger. Because look what he does to his opponents. I think David Morrell probably the most fair guy in boxing, like, as of today. Like, I don't think it's no type fighters. I don't even think Arthur Beterbiev or any. I don't think nobody's in a rush, as you see from David Benavidez. Ain't nobody in a rush to get in the ring with that boy. It's a reason for that. But y'all know what this is, man. Dean, by any means. Canelo Alvarez got another win. He defended his undisputed title. All shots out to him. I just hope that he stopped. He make that David Benavidez fight happen. If not, we probably get Berlanga or Jamal Charlo or something like that. You know, Canelo. I just hate to see that you duck David Benavidez and David Morrell so much to the point where you got David Morrell chasing Benavidez chasing you, but they both tired of chasing you because they both know you're not going to fight them, so much so that they both chose to go to a different weight class. And that's the sad part about it, that Arthur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol will fight these young men before we'll see Canelo Alvarez do it. So as much as I like Canelo, I've been a fan of Canelo. It's been hard to be the same supporter of Canelo as I was prior to the to his was it clambuterol and all of that stuff that he was dealing with, and then ever since then he been moving a little funny, man. I ain't saying he wasn't taking on some good fights. He was, but yeah, y'all know what it is, man. So it's Dean by any means, and I holla at y'all.